Welcome, Wargamers, to our Age of Sigmar Battle Report. Today, Ben and Luka here from MiniWarGaming.com, continuing their match play escapade. So it's only really our second game today, but we're changing up the list naturally. Why not show as much as we can? We got the vampire counts, Soulblight Gravelords, up against the Slaves to Darkness in today's game, and we're bringing it way back to 2019 with our Star Strike scenario.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
Here is our Soulblight list today. I'm running a Manifestation Lord. That's all the fancy and the spells there in the back. I didn't do that last game because I didn't have a wizard, but today I have 3. And our formation of choice will be the Bacchanal of Blood. It's the vampiric one, so you get bonuses to cast for your vampiric wizards if they're not in combat, and then your vampiric units get +1 a wound when they charge into combat. Very simple. I'll be running 3 regiments in today's game, and yet again, too afraid to try and play with auxiliary units. Pretty easy for me as I'm typically a player who loves lots of little characters, so I mean it's easy enough to fill out regiments in that regard. My first regiment will include my general. I am running a Vengorian Lord in today's game. This is upon request from Ben. He said, play that vampire centaur thing. And that's what we have here. The command trait I'm going to go with and the enhancement for the artifact of power are both going to go on the Vengorian Lord. That way I can just remember it a little bit easier. And they're not bad either. Lash of the Master, I believe it's called, is his heroic trait. It's Lash of the Sire. And he's got the Amulet of Screams to go along with it. Lash of the Sire allows him to pick a unit in combat with him. On a 2-up, they just move d6. It's like a very close redeploy. You just do it in your hero phase. Just gives your undead more mobility. It's something every turn. Not bad. Very useful. You can target anything. Well, except himself. Yeah, it does have to be another unit. The Amulet of Screams, it was a tough choice. I liked all of them, but the Amulet of Screams seemed like one of the better ones, especially since I think a lot of people are going to be bringing lots of wizards in this first season. Just the way the manifestations work, they're very appealing, and people are probably chomping at the bit to play with endless spells. Every time an enemy wizard casts a spell within 18 inches, they suffer D3 mortal damage on a roll of a 2-up on a D3, so effectively a 3-up on a D6. And in the regiment, we're going to be running 2 units of 3 Fellbats and a single Terrorgeist, acting as his, essentially, companion of war. The way I'm going to play it this game, I don't think it's going to be good by any means. Well, I shouldn't say bad, but I'm definitely trying to force something weird to happen, and Ben is meeting me in the middle with his list. My second regiment will have a Vampire Lord, leading a unit of Blood Knights, as well as a unit of 20 Death Rattle Skeletons. Would you believe that I also have that again? I have another Vampire Lord. Yes, I realize that her base is far too small, but I love that kit of, that box of vampires from Underworld. So good. Prince Duval and his little retinue. I am in love with those models. And we got Blood Knights, Death Rattle Skeletons for them as well. My enhancement my lore of manifestation will be Morbid Conjuration. Of course, I'm playing Death. That will give me the option of casting Malevolent Maelstrom, the Suffocating Gravetide, the Soul Snare Shackles, and of course, everyone's favorite Purple Sun of Shaiish.
So I'm going to be taking the Despoilers from my Slaves of Darkness army, which gives me some abilities with my Demon Prince and the Slaughter Brute. The Demon Prince is going to be the general. He's going to have 2 units of Marauders hanging out with him in his regiments. Below him, we're going to have the Warriors of Chaos and Chaos Knights hanging out with a Sorcerer Lord. Next, we're going to have the Orgroid Myrmidon with the Orgroid Theridons hanging out with some Furies of Chaos. For my manifestation lore, I'm taking the Aether Wrought Machineries. This is going to include the Chromatic Cogs, Chronomantic Cogs, sorry, the Quicksilver Swords, and the Aether Void Pendulum.
I love what they did with the manifestation lores. This is a good idea. Boy, do we have a weird one for you guys today. Welcome. It is 2019. It's 2nd edition Age of Sigmar, and this is probably one of my favorite battle plans, yet they've somehow made it even cooler. So Star Strike is a weird one. We have 2 territories, attacker, defender, as usual, and they are along the long table edge of the battlefield opposite one another. And our deployments are going to be 9 away from the other player's territory, which is the standard core rule element of the game. That means we have 18 inches of no man's land, but they will still be in our territories. And we have the terrain laid out as you see as per the recommended side of the card here. Now you might notice there's no objectives on the board. Well, that's because this mission is dope. So you don't actually get to control where the objectives line up, starting in the first battle round, in between both players' territory in the middle line, going from the short table edge to the short table edge. The active player of that battle round is going to roll 2d6. And as you can see, we have the line set up left to right. We have 2 to 3, 4 to 5, then you have your 6, 7, 8s, which are your more average rolls on 2d6, and then 9, 10, 11, 12 on the far right. That is the 2d6 roll to see where that objective is going to line up. And then on battle round 3, the same thing's going to happen. The active player is going to roll and see where they end up landing. However, the twist to this objective is if you roll a number and it lands on some scenery, well, doesn't every unit in that piece of terrain get absolutely destroyed? They take d6 mortal damage, and you do not place an objective. Instead, that piece of terrain becomes an impact site, and control of the impact site is the important thing you're trying to do, because the resources falling from the sky are what we're trying to fight for in this mission. But hey, it's still an impact site. It still has that valuable resource in it. Now, for scoring victory points, you're going to get 3 if you control at least one objective, 3 if you have more than your opponent, and 4 if you complete your battle tactics. So they're still 10 a round, but in 2 steps instead of 4. Or sorry, 3 steps instead of 4. Now, I should note the underdog bonus can make the active player re-roll the dice for mortal damage inflicted on their own units, in case they are unfortunately in that piece of terrain. But that is the only underdog bonus other than extra command points, and that's the mission. I would love to see more like this. This is outstanding. All right, just going over some of the terrain here. I want you to use 4 larger obscuring pieces. So obscuring, 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 and obscuring. And then just 4 smaller area or area terrain or obstacles. So we're going to play these as... It's going to be easier to play them as obstacles, I think. Just because they're so small. It'll be hard to get our guys on there. But we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of just like suddenly decided that now, only because I don't know if it'll come up too much, but that's what we got. And they may get destroyed, may be impacted. Who knows? We'll find out. Ben and I are going to roll off to see who is the attacker and who is the defender here. I got to grab a die though. Winner gets to choose to be attacker or defender. And if you're the attacker, you pick your territory and deploy first. Otherwise, you're the defender and the other guy does it. How many drops do you have?
3.
I also have 3. So it kind of comes down to, you probably want me to be the attacker. Or you want to be the defender, which forces me as the attacker. Because I'll have to pick a territory and deploy first. Yep. When it comes to like the match play stuff, it's all like symmetrical tables. So I will be forced to deploy first. So I'm going to pick this side because whoosh, I got stuff over here I could utilize. And I don't know where any of the objectives are right away. I know one's going to line up right here. But that's before we know who's going first. So I don't know if you guys want to see the deployment phase or not. Like the order we do it in. Because you never really have in the past, so I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to show you where everything ends up going.
We could talk about which order we put things down in.
I suppose we could at least
That'd be the closest thing to it. It'd be nice and quick.
Yeah. Boom. Voila! We are deployed. I guess it didn't really matter too much. The only ones that really matter is I put my warlord, my general, down with his pet. And we haven't picked our bodyguard rule, not bodyguard, but our honor guard rules yet. Fellbat's on the flank for me, just so I can go get an early battle tactic an early battle tactic if I need to. And then I went with a pretty simple deployment. I got Skeletons, Blood Knights, Vampire Lord. Skeletons, Blood Knights, Vampire Lord right there in the middle. Now, I'm going to try and play her as a bigger base, like I said earlier, so bear with me here as I try to remember that. I do realize the Lash of the Sire isn't going to be overly effective with the way the mission has the terrain laid up for now, but maybe later on it'll be more impactful when he's near skeletons and stuff like that. And what do we got for your deployment there, Ben?
Well, right before the battle started, my Demon Prince made a commitment to Nurgle, so now he actually looks like the mark he's going to have. Oh,
you actually swapped him out?
Yeah, I swapped him out. I'm like, I need something that looks Nurgly. So everybody that can take a mark has got Mark of Nurgle, which makes it pretty clean. The Sorcerer Lord over here is going to have the Infernal Puppet. So he's hopefully going to be doing some damage at the right time. And then the Myrmidon.
The Ogreoid.
Yeah,
Myrmidon.
he's going to get the ability to fight twice per battle.
As for the enhancements and stuff. And then we just have Ogreoids, Warriors, Chaos, Furies.
For that same first battle tactic I'm going to try for, I got the Furies on this side, the Knights on the other, and then everybody else in the middle is just going to jam.
Yep, I'm just going to see where the objective then ends up dropping.
Yep.
Now, what do you want to pick for your Honor Guard deployment phase ability?
Well, seeing what you have, I'm going to give my Slaughter Brute +1 rend against monsters.
All right, so you're going to pick that one. I think it's like Specialist or something like that. I am going to pick Bodyguard. He is a loyal companion that would die for my guy. Now, this is probably a throw pick. I use the word throw pick loosely here, but it's not easy to make work because this guy has to be wholly within 6 of this guy, and this guy's base is already like 4.5, 5 inches wide.
I was just hanging out together.
So he has to stay within like an inch of him at all times for that bodyguard ability to pick up.
They got to make their charges.
Yeah, or they just get charged. Hopefully, is the outcome there. But
yeah, because that only works defensively.
Yes, I can't charge. It's only when you charge me, so they always have to stay. It's going to be difficult to make work, but I really like the theme of it. And Ben is saying we're essentially having a very big-scale Pokemon battle here between our generals and our pocket monsters.
Yeah, because I take the Despoilers, which allows them to fight together, and this is my Magmar.
I'm just going to go with a big Zubat. Just a really big Zubat. You want to point out, though, that if you're curious where we got this terrain from and the battle mat mat's from Grey Matter Gaming. Great options over there if you want some new variety, because they're kind of new on the scene, new-ish on the scene. And then the terrain itself is all printable scenery, but it's available on the MiniWarGaming Forge. I will warn you, these can be pretty precarious if you're not careful, but they do look fantastic. And I like the disheveled ruins and everything as well on top of it. Again, that's at the Forge. Lots of things available on the Forge, between terrain and gaming accoutrements and just assistance in gaming and tokens and everything of the sort. Anyways, we're ready to start this show. You finished deploying first because you were able to actually drop first.
Yep.
Do you know who you want to have priority in this first turn?
I would like you to have priority in this
Turn one, me? Well,
yeah.
I think the first thing we have to do is drop stupid space rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're going to roll 2d6 to see where this crash lands. The low roll is on the left, middle's out, and then high rolls over here. We're going to look for a 9, which is around here-ish. Smash! Let's go space rock. So the objective itself doesn't hit a piece of terrain. It's only the middle circle here that matters for that. That just goes to show where our models have to stand to contribute to contesting the objective. And if you want tools like that, this one specifically, lots of different designs. They are transparent as well, so you can see a little bit of the battlefield underneath it. That is from Objective Control. What you need to know will be in the description down below as well. First of many. There's 2 more going to be showing up on Battle Round 3. And if that hits any terrain, the terrain gets demolished. Well, it doesn't get demolished, but it becomes like the objective terrain instead, as we hunt for space rocks. Anyways, turn 1 Soulblight Gravelords. Let's figure out how to play this game. And this is how I'll be keeping track of score in our game today. I'll be player 1 on the left, Ben will be player 2 on the right. Command points on the bottom, and the D10s are just going to help us keep track of our score in the battle round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoever has the most points at the end of 5 battle rounds will be the winner. I believe our battle tactic for the turn is going to be an interesting one. After playing one game already, seizing the middle is harder to do at the end of the game as it is to the beginning of the game. So I could, but then it just means the other one's going to be difficult too. I'm going to go for seize the center for now, and that means I have to have 2 units within 3 of the middle of the battlefield and not be in combat. However, if I put these 2 units in the middle of the battlefield and you countercharge with one of your units, it might be bad news bears for one of those units. So I think I might be able to safely put these guys in the middle, and you probably won't want to redeploy and countercharge super aggressively early on to stop it. That right there is the middle. I have to get 2 units within 3 of it and not be in combat. I just wanted to make sure I marked it for later. We're not going to use Lash of the Sire in our hero phase as we move on to that. There's just no point right now. There's no downside to it, but there's no reason to use the mechanic. We're going to move on to casting some spells, though. I am definitely going to try and conjure some manifestations. I'm going to try and conjure some manifestations. My spell lore is all great, but very short range and irrelevant for now. So we're going to try and summon the Purple Sun, and because of the Bacchanal of Blood, all of my wizards get +1 to cast while they're not in combat. We roll a 9 with that one. Going to use a wizard over here to try to deny that. That's the Sorcerer Lord.
So I need to show a 10.
Ooh, and
nope,
a 6 won't do it. So we are going to conjure a Purple Sun of Shaish, or Shish.
Shish.
Purple Sun is set up wholly within 12, and it's a unit that was just set up on the battlefield outside of the deployment zone. What does that mean, Luka? it doesn't move. It can't be targeted by move abilities. So it chills there for now, and we're going to move it later. Got to actually adjust it a little bit. It's has to be more than 9 away as well. That's Wizard level 1, and then we're going to cast the Gravetide with this Vampire Lord over here. Let's see what she could do. She rolls an 8. That does cast. Here comes the Gravetide. No chance. And then we're going to cast one more spell. We're going to do the Malevolent Maelstrom. Let's just get all of our... Oh, we actually failed. Well, I rolled a...
It's a 6.
I rolled a 6. It's 6 to cast? We're going to summon that right beside the Purple Sun of Shaiish. Don't you ever talk to me or my kid again.
What does that one even do?
I don't know, dude. I just summoned it because I could. I don't know what... I know what that one does. I haven't even looked at the rules for them. I am playing blind here. It does what it did before. It just kind of accumulates death energies by spells being cast nearby and models being destroyed nearby. And once it gets to 6 markers, it explodes and deals damage, mortal damage to targets nearby at the end of any turn. Now, 6 is its threshold. Once it gets to 6, that's when I can choose for it to pop, and it is then removed. But it gets a point every time it's set up, every time a spell is cast within 12, and every time a model is slain within 12. So that's what I get for not reading the spell. I should have cast it first, and then the Purple Sun nearby it. And I could have set it up to work out that way, but that's okay. That's why you read things first before you do things. And then the Gravetide, the Purple Sun, they reduce. Now the Purple Sun's nice this edition. It only reduces the save of enemy units, so I don't have to worry about being too close to it. That will conclude my hero phase. My battle traits aren't coming into play yet. That's more like they're more reactionary and healing things. So when they pop up, I'll let you guys know. Would you like to do anything on my hero phase, Ben?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, then we're gonna go right to my movement phase. For my movement phase, we are going to move both of these units within 3 of the middle. We're going to stay near each other. And then we're going to run our skeletons and vampires up. And then we're going to keep our Blood Knights parked, like right here, to kind of answer any nonsense. And then the Fellbats are probably just going to linger in the back as well. Oh, I guess I want to go for this objective. Yeah, we're going to definitely run on the objective with the skeletons around this way. And I'm going to use an at the double for them. Otherwise, I'll show you where everything ends up. So with using at the double, we're down to 3 command points, and these skeletons are going to secure these space rocks. We just kind of move everything up behind them, and this is when I made this like neat little pocket for my Vampire Lord to land in, and lo and behold, they took away my fly. My vampires on foot lost their fly rule. That's okay. Happy to catch it now.
You gotta read your rules first, Luka.
I know. Happy to catch it now than making a mistake later.
It's true.
And then, yeah, Vengorian Lord and his companion up the middle. Blood Knights kind of just ran up and around this way just to hold around the middle. Skeletons moving up, realizing I don't have flies, so the Vampire Lord went over that way. And then the Fellbats actually fell back. I brought them back a little bit, just so that as long as I do a 1-inch roll, I can get them outside of my, not wholly outside of my territory, just outside of my territory, so they're not wholly within my territory, to try and complete that battle tactic for later. I believe that's it for my movements. And did you want to do a redeploy or any movement of your own?
Yes, I'm going to redeploy the Knights. 1
command point for the Knights. They're going to redeploy an extra 6. Oh, that's spicy. Just pushing up the battlefield with them. All right, and it's on to my shooting phase. I only have Death Shriek as a shooting attack, and it's only 8-inch range. Scratch that. Death Shriek's actually 10-inch range. So I nudged him up another. I thought it was 8 inches, and I didn't want to go that much further forward. But I just nudged him up about half an inch to get in range of the Slaughter Brute to scream at it. And then we are going to be finished. No longer is it a leadership check, it's just a single attack that affects the enemy on a 4-up. It does not for this one. Then we are not going to... I can't remember what the name of the command is. It lets you shoot on my turn. You have to shoot the nearest thing, but you're not going to use it right now.
Nope.
We're going to go to charges, where I don't have any. And do you want to countercharge anywhere?
Nope.
All right. That will be the end of my turn. I complete my battle tactic, and I hold this objective, which is more than Ben in this case. That's 10-point turn right away, but it does line Ben up to be an underdog off the rip, which is a good thing for Ben. Yeah. Ben brings up a good point. Maybe I shouldn't end my turn. Maybe I should charge with my endless spells. I clearly don't understand these things as well as I need to for this current edition of the game. The endless spells with movement characteristics can declare charges. So the suffocating Gravetide can charge, and so can the Purple Sun. That's why they're set up more than 9 away. That way it's like 9-inch charges. So I'll do the suffocating Gravetide. That's a 10-inch charge. With that, it's going to go whoosh, just like this. Boom. Interesting. And the Purple Sun of Shaiish will declare a charge. We're going to roll a 7. That's not going to do it. I'm gonna roll. I'm not gonna the Maelstrom. I don't think this thing moves. So he rolled a charge high enough to make it into a Demon Prince, but he's got his attacks are like lashing necrotic tendrils, really good at killing like marauders and stuff like that. So we're gonna keep him right there. You don't have to commit to your charges. I just wanted to roll and learn things. So we're gonna go to the Suffocating Gravetide, I suppose.
I'm gonna countercharge with the Chaos Warriors.
That's 2 of your command points.
I know it is, but it needs to happen.
For chaos.
Nope, fails. Needed a 7.
What?
Needed a 7.
Did he get any bonus? Oh, I'm trying to think of like, but what about your musician?
Yeah,
It used to do that.
No, not anymore. That's 2 CP gone.
You got 1 left.
My last CP, I'll spend on all of defense.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, when it comes to the manifestations, they can't really be affected. They can be affected by enemy abilities, and because it says that, I'm under the understanding it can't be under the effect of your own abilities. But it can be targeted by core move and core attack abilities, and that's effectively it. Whatever you see, what you see is what you get with endless spells. Yeah, I do have a actual Suffocating Gravetide attack, which hits on 2s and wounds the enemy on 3s. Great roll. This is 6 wounding hits. Rend of 1, normally 1 damage, but 2 if it has the force of a charge behind it.
3 up saves.
Because of defense?
Oh no!
How many wounds are those guys?
4 each. So that's 2 Chaos Knights.
They're
dead.
4 wounds each?
Yup.
Okay, well you get to fight me back. Well, that was really powerful. I'll take 2 Chaos Knights on a random endless spell I cast on turn 1.
No kidding.
I think endless spells are, okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm not going to make any. They're kind of wild, though. Let's go. All right, I see how it is. Oh, I don't like this, though. Maybe you'll just one-shot it. All right, well, technically, when I said I wounded on 3s, I only wounded on 4s because of Mark of Nurgle. We forgot about that ability on the Chaos Knights. However, I only rolled 4 ups to wound. I got lucky.
I got 10 attacks back, hitting on 3s.
And then that is just a few misses there.
And 3s to wound, -1.
Oh, I don't have a save. I only have a 6 up save on this thing.
Okay.
Do you want? Is you just 1 damage each?
These is 1 damage each
wanna
because
get your
I did not charge.
You want to get the horses out of the way?
Yeah. 5s and 3s. Okay.
1 hit. Only 5s to hit, eh?
1 more save.
That horse attack does not have any AP, so my 6 up save does fail. That's 4 damage in the pool, and this endless spell has a 6 up ward save. It takes 4 damage. Got 4 damage on it. It's got 4 remaining before it's banished. I mean, you can just banish it on your upcoming turn anyways.
Too far away.
Right. 30 inches to banish a manifestation, so you're stuck here fighting it, but he's half dead. He's only got 8 wounds. But he took the lives of 4 Chaos Knights with him. And that is the end of my turn. So I'll get my 10 points there and consider it even better.
So my battle tactic this round is going to be take the flanks. I don't like what the center looks like.
Yes, I get that too.
Not much of a fan. But we're going to see what we can do in other places.
And just to remind people, that's one of the new battle tactics. You just have to have a unit along the short table edges of the battlefield and not wholly within. You have to be wholly within 6 or within 6, one of the two, and not wholly within 6 of your territory. So easy enough to do. Though these guys are forced to retreat, which I'll get a little bit more cheeky damage on them with it, but that Suffocating Gravetide was big. What do you want to do for your hero phase?
I'm going to use the Sorcerer Chaos Lord to use Oracular Visions on these Marauders and give them a 5-up ward.
It's better than it was before, but it requires a roll now. They're kind of doing nice. It's a 3-up to work, yeah. So 5-up ward save on them, real spicy. They're kind of going away with the you automatically do this, I think. Everything seems to like require some sort of roll or is like just a passive ability you have.
Demon Prince is going to whisper something to the
Theridon?
No, he's a Myrmidon.
Myrmidon, that's
the
right.
Myrmidon's ears. And on a 3-up, doesn't matter.
It's like a roll on the other god's table.
Yeah.
A little bit of his own blessing of apotheosis.
Yep.
We're going to try and summon some manifestation. It's swords.
Quicksilver Swords.
That's a 6.
I succeed barely.
I am going to unbind it.
You sure do.
I passed the unbind. My wizards are better. Yeah,
they are.
Bacalana.
Bacano?
Bacalana blood. Oh, that's a tough word. I had to Google what it meant. It's only for casting rules, not unbinding rules. It's a bacchanal of blood. We can still, the nice thing about Banish Manifestation is it doesn't cost any of your wizard power level to do it. Priest and wizard can just banish them. You're going to try and banish the Purple Sun. It has banishment value 7-up. So it is banished.
No, it only takes 6.
Oh yeah, it is. It's got another rule on top of it. So they made its banishing a little bit easier than before. However, It is not banished. It has 6 damage allocated to it of its 10 wounds. And ward rolls cannot, it specifically says ward rolls cannot be made for that. Interesting. But a manifestation can only ever be targeted by a banishment like once in like a phase anyway. So you can never like banish it in one go. It takes a couple goes. Interesting. Now, my like immediate review after the first like kind of battle round of hero phases is that because manifestation lures are free, this is going to be wild coming into the future. Not like Purple Sun in general, but like manifestations are here to stay for this first season at least. Yeah. Now we're going to be even more ridiculous, and we're going to use Magical Intervention on our Vengorian Lord. He is going to cast a spell. Because this guy unbound, so he can't. His power level 0. So we're going to go ahead and cast a spell with the Vengorian Lord. We're going to cast the Shackles. We're going to get all 4 of our manifestations down on the board at once. We're -1 of the roll book because we're the Bacalon of blood. We get +1 of the roll. So we're just rolling a 6. As he successfully casts a spell, this goes. It's 6 to cast, by the way. This goes up to 2. So the unit is within 12 for the spell cast, not where the spell is going to go. Shackles! Wholly within 18 of the caster. Now, these are move characteristic 0 manifestations, so they don't actually lock enemies in combat other than the actual combat phase. So if you're still there in the combat phase, you can pile into them, attack them, and all that stuff. But during the movement phase and everything else, you can just move away from them. And they could be moved through and all that nonsense. But they have an ability in the hero phase that they pick each part of the shackle, and they have to be within 3 of one another. Not of one other piece, not of each other. They pick a different enemy unit, and I roll a D3. On a 2-up on the D3, they suffer that many mortal wounds, or they reduce their movement characteristics by that much. I'm going to go for the mortal wounds, because I don't know if the movement characteristic thing is going to do much. And plus, I'm just going to keep shoving it. Like, this is crazy. This is nuts. I'm going to pick your Slaughter Brute, your Demon Prince, and the Myrmidon. I'm going to roll for the Slaughter Brute. He suffers 2 mortal wounds. Okay. The Demon Prince suffers 3 mortal wounds, and the Ogreoid takes 3 mortal wounds. Demon Prince has a ward of 6 up. Nope. He takes all 3. 2, 3, 3. That is... that's it for me using hero phase abilities. That was pretty strong. We're going to go to your movement phase now. Those 3 characters break free from the shackles. Again,
two of them did.
2 of them did, yeah. The manifestations you can move through them. You can't land on them, just like last edition. Slaughter Brute, Demon Prince, and the Ogreoid moving up, and the Ogreoid's unit behind him are moving forward. And then here come the Marauders and the Warriors of Chaos. And then the Furies are here accomplishing the fight on the side of the battlefield, take the flanks. And then to this side of the battlefield, more Marauders, more Warriors of Chaos. And then are they retreating?
Yeah,
to get the battle tactic?
They're going to be retreating to get the battle
So it does mean they'll be suffering mortal damage.
You want to roll that for me right now?
D3 mortal damage on the Chaos Knights, just 1.
Okay,
Not bad at all.
Cool, I can live with that.
Chaos Knights come over this way. They're going to accomplish the battle tactic. Marauders and all that. I will not be using redeploy. I got 2 command points. So I'm going to save them for a counter charge. I think somewhere in the middle. Looks like you got like it's time to put the pressure on. Is what you're thinking.
Man, dude, I cannot let these endless spells keep doing stuff to me. I have to do all of this now.
Now I feel like this is pretty ridiculous, but I like fail. I think I made every cast. I did every unbind, and I made charges. Like I'm just rolling very well so far. Not great showing for the Soulblight Gravelords right away. It's making them look a little redonkulous, but it's the circumstances of the dice. Oh, wait, well, where do you want to shoot?
So he's just going to have 1 shot from here. He's going to throw it at...
Purple Sun's got 4 wounds left.
I know, but he can only do D3 damage with it, I think.
Oh. I'm going to throw this right at the Terrorgeist. My loyal companion! It hits. And it wounds. Rend of?
I think just 1.
Okay, well, I think the Terrorgeist only has a 5-up save.
Doesn't he ignore it within range of the guy?
No, sorry, the Miasma on the Vengorian Lord is only melee weapons.
Okay.
It pierces through his hide and it deals 2 damage, but we have a 6-up ward on the Terrorgeist. 2 damage it is. A couple damage on him. I am not going to... I literally looked up the rule of the command earlier and I've forgotten it. Called covering fire. I'm good. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
What would you like to do for charging? Where would you like to start?
We'll start over here. Chaos Warriors.
No, my Gravetide.
Nope, Chaos Warriors are not going in.
Oh, you had to stay outside of 3, yeah.
Yep. These guys, yeah, they're going in.
I was going to say you get the Musician again, but they could probably beat it up. He's almost dead. There we go, just getting up and around it.
Okay, I'd rather roll the 2 there than over here.
Slaughter Brute.
Slaughter Brute.
Boom! Oh, that's a spicy roll. Avoiding the Blood Knights and the Vengorian Lord here, eh? Demon Prince is going to declare a charge as well. Yep. It's 5. Good enough. Both going into there. And then what are we thinking for elements on this side of the board?
Man. Let's see if these guys make a charge first.
Ogoroids.
The Therodons.
6.
4 to 6.
Ogoroids are going nowhere.
Yep. Marauders. 4 inches. I don't think that's enough to get.
4 inches is good to engage the skeletal horde there. Is that it for charging?
You know what? I'll do the big guy into the skeleton horde. Might as well.
Yep. Big guy rolls.
Well, big guy rolls. I'm not gonna take the 4 inch
Your
charge.
dice are definitely very suspect today. They were much better yesterday.
I don't know. You asked my Lord Executioner.
or more comparable to mine yesterday.
Fair.
We had ourselves a very long game yesterday. I'm gonna countercharge now that you're done. I don't get to use the bodyguard rule on the Terrorgeist unless my Vengorian Lord's in combat. Now, the bodyguard rule for the honor guard only works if the honor guard doesn't charge, so the Vengorian Lord's still good to charge and get into combat. So we'll see what he could do. He's gonna roll a 10. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. The Vengorian Lord is going to enjoy the Demon Prince. Yeah, we're going to enjoy the Demon Prince there. This is countercharge. It does get him in combat. I think also, I can't tell from this side. Am I in combat with the Slaughter Brute on the other side of the Demon Prince? That way I can engage the Slaughter Brute and the Demon Prince, and we get full bodyguard nonsense going on here. Couple things to note. We did forget this. So the Slaughter Brute has a charge ability. That's sort of the Marauders. The Marauders get, what, extra rend?
Yeah.
It's the Oath of the Marauder. If they roll an A+ charge, they get an extra rend. And then he has just impact hits.
Yep.
How does his work? D3?
D3. 2 mortal wounds.
2 damage on the Terrorgeist. Yep. That would have been before my counter charge, but that's okay because it doesn't change anything. I ward one of them. The Vengorian Lord has a fight ability. Before Ben and I get into going back and forth with our core fight abilities, he's like that nasty talon there. He likes to slash through the ranks of enemies. Not very effective against a single model, but on a 3-up, he slashes. I would roll a die for every model in the unit I'm targeting, and every 5-up to take a mortal wound. So the Demon Prince takes a mortal wound. I take a chunk off him. He's got that 6-up board save, though.
Yep.
He is a Demon Prince. That's a 4. So Ben gets to fight first. It's his turn. The Demon Prince is taking the honor. However, he's got the Despoilers formation.
Yep. Which allows me to pick the Demon Prince to fight, and then since he's wholly within 12, since the Slaughter Brute is wholly within 12 of the Demon Prince, the Slaughter Brute also gets a fight as soon as the Demon Prince is done.
Right, yeah, we're kind of starting this entire battle off with our Pokemon going to an insane duel.
Yep.
All right, we got a lot of stacking things going on here. I got my Bodyguard rule, which is going to reduce their attack characteristics by 1, unless the Bodyguard dies before the second guy attacks. You have the Mark of Nurgle, your -1 to move with melee attacks. This Slaughter Brute has the Mark of Khorne, which actually gives him an attack when he charges, I believe.
Yep, so he'll be at his normal.
So he'll just disregard the Bodyguard rule. The Vengorian Lord has the Miasma around him, which reduces the Rend characteristic of enemy melee weapons that are in combat with him by 1, so both of them will be suffering that. I think that's it. The Terrorgeist has a combat ability, but it only works when it charges, so that's irrelevant. I have no command points, so however this goes is how this goes. Is everything from the Demon Prince going to attack the Terrorgeist or the Vengorian Lord?
I'm going to put everything into the Terrorgeist because I don't think I have enough to kill the Vengorian Lord in one go.
Right, okay. Oh, and there's a lot of vampiric healing.
Yep.
Demon Prince first into the Terrorgeist.
3s!
This is with -1 attack if anyone's curious. He's got 6
Crit
attacks.
mortal.
Oh, sick, dope.
That's 3 mortals.
That's pretty good.
And 3s. Okay, so 3 more at effectively no rend.
Okay, rend 1 normally. 3 5-up saves, which I do make 1 of, but the rend, I still would have made it even with the rend.
Yep.
So that's 9 damage from the Demon Prince. Does he have any other attacks? Or is
No, that's it.
That's baked into his thing, yep. 9 wards. I'm going to ward 3 of them, and then I take 6 additional damage. He's at 9 damage suffered. Now the Slaughter Brute's going to try and take an even bigger chunk of it. I only got 5 wounds left on this Terrorgeist.
So 4s. No auto wounds or anything like that.
No.
So only 2 go through.
He does get the Honor Guard rule, or his anti-monster rend. Yeah, he's a little more rend on his
so
attack.
he'll actually have effectively rend 1.
Yeah.
2s.
1 wound on that 6. Rend, you said effectively 1?
Effectively 1.
6-up save. How much damage is that?
2 damage.
All right. Now he's got other attack. You know what? I'll make a pool. Attack is next.
This is going to be 3 attacks. Oh, no, this is going to be 2 attacks because you reduce my attacks by 1.
His claws, his mouth.
Yeah, same thing, 4s and 2s. Nothing. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Wards make neither. I take 2 additional damage. I have 11 damage suffered. That is he's hit his damaged profile now. His skeletal claws are weaker. by a few degrees. I suppose I should fight with this suffocating Gravetide to try and keep it alive against these Marauders. See if they get drowned in the spectral riptide of the Gravetide. These are 2s to hit. Well, I drop the die. Boom. It's 2s to hit because there's a lot of it. 3s to wound normally, but they are embracing the grandfather.
No, they do not have a mark.
Oh, Marauders don't get a mark?
No, Marauders don't get a mark.
They don't embrace the grandfather?
They don't.
I suppose it doesn't matter much. I only rolled 5s and a couple 1s. 1 rend.
6 ups. Nothing.
Ooh. Oh no, 3 drown in the Gravetide. The Marauders.
The Gravetide snuffs out the torch.
Oh, that's sad. Alright, we are moving on to this side of the board.
These guys only rolled a 4-inch charge, so.
Oh, they don't get the extra. Oh, it's okay, I only have a 5-up save. They all pile in and are ready to swing. Here's the first half of the attacks.
4s.
3s to wound. 6 wounds on the first half.
Oh,
Gotta add 3 more attacks there.
Okay.
3s. Any rend, or they only get the rend when they charge?
Only get the rend when they charge good.
Charge well, yeah.
Charge.
9 5-up saves. What?
Nothing.
That's going to be 4 fails. Oh, way more fails. Actually, I only have a 5-up save. I passed 3 of those. We got a 6-up ward. Hey, look at that. 6 die. Let's just lose 6 from the back here. They're not really contributing to too much, are they?
Is that going to be 6 for this?
Oh, God.
Pops them off.
Yeah, that might do it. That does max that out. It's within 12, and those are all within 12. So it's capped out. So at the end of the turn, I could choose for that thing to go boom. And then every unit, friend and foe.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Though I'm probably not going to do it right now. You pick each unit within 9, friend and foe, and then you roll a 2 up for them, and they take that many mortal damage. I will probably chill on that one. But then if you like charge, it's like a bomb I have to use right now, but I might use it later. My pick.
But it has less things that set it off.
True, yeah. I'm just gonna fight back with these skeletons because I think all the combats are moot at this point. You just get to attack my Gravetide, but it's already gone. Yeah. They're all eligible to fight now, and it's gonna be 14 of them with 2 attacks each. 4s and 4s, but the champion will be an extra attack in there. 4s to hit. This is the first half. No crits or anything like that. They're just skeletons. And wounding. I only have 3 in the end on the first half, and then the other one's only 19 attacks. Or 14 attacks, I should say. And an additional... Okay, better on that one. 5 more wounds. You also have a 5-up save.
5-up save!
And oracular visions. They've seen this death coming! So of the 2 fails, you're going to pass 1 more. So 5 die.
That's half the unit.
Oh, their torch. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Not great. This is a grim first battle round, absolutely.
Well, the Chaos Warriors haven't been committed yet.
Yeah, it's true. We don't have Chaos Warriors in the fight yet. Your pick now, though. Come to the other side of the battlefield where the Gravetide is.
15 attacks. 4s to hit.
3s.
They do have...
Let's go right through his armor because they rolled an 8+ on their charge. I've only got 6 up save. My ward. I ward 1, but I'm dead. You have beaten back the manifestation.
Oh, just a bit.
It is banished.
You know, guys, sorry, guys. Just trying to keep our head above the tide. Just trying to...
You know what? I like the picture. They just blew right through the middle of it. Hacking, slashing. Yeah,
they're just running around, and they're like slashing in the air, and guys far away can't see it. So you just see a bunch of Marauders just like going like this.
Man, these things are wild. There's only a legion of skeletons there waiting for the match after they break through the Gravetide.
After they break through the first Gravetide.
The first Gravetide. We're just going to summon it again, I guess.
Oh, no.
I am going to fight with, I guess, the Vangorian Lord into the Demon Prince? 6 wounds left on the Demon Prince. I'm going to go with the Terrorgeist here. I'm going to put the Terrorgeist attacks on the Demon Prince. We're going to hopefully get him with that Fanged Maw. Let me tell you guys, the Terrorgeist works the exact same way it always has with his Fanged Maw. If I roll a 6 to hit, it's just 6 mortal damage. You're good. Never mind, I lied.
Oh, no.
And he actually hits with the other ones as well. These are 2s to wound. His battle damage does not affect his Fanged Maw, so you have 2 saves at Rend 2.
2 5-ups?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Each one of those does D6 damage.
No, 7.
Plus 6 mortal damage. 13 ward saves. And that's not even all of his attacks. He's got the Skeletal Claws afterwards.
I don't think he'll need those Skeletal Claws.
I don't think so either. Wards.
Dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Well, he just got consumed by the Terrorgeist and thrown to the side. Just discarded. A Prince of Chaos. It's over there in the woods.
Pokemon are not supposed to attack the trainers, okay?
Imagine if they did.
Oh, no.
You're done. That's it. The Vengorian Lord's going to go. We're going to pile into our Slaughter Brute friend here.
No.
We're going to see what we can do to him. He's taken 2 damage.
Yeah.
He's got like 11, 12 wounds probably.
He's got a bunch. He's got
Saber. Whoosh. 3's to hit, 3's to wound. I just said that. He's got no weapon abilities. We wound twice with our Saber at a rend of 1.
5 up saves.
Oh, nice.
Make 1 fail 1.
That's a 3 damage slash. I mean 2 damage. He's at 4.
Now we swing him with his 3 damage.
And then we're going to attack with our Talon, our little razor sharp Talon, which is, it's only 3 attacks. 3's to hit. Ooh, that's good. You want to miss. That's the ones I don't want to miss with. 2 to wound at rend 2.
6 up. Nope.
3 damage. We got him at 7 damage of his 14 or 12?
Yep. 14.
Oh, he's half dead.
He's half dead.
That is the end of the fight phase, and I think we're about to hit the end of the turn. Yeah. Okay, Ben doesn't have any end of turn abilities to do as far as we looked.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
I got a crap ton to do. More importantly, the Maelstrom. So the Maelstrom is going to explode in 9 inches and hit everything within 9. That is my Terrorgeist, my Vampire, my Blood Knights, my Skeletons. It's going to kill maybe your 5 Marauders, your Therodon.
No.
And your Orgoroids. Luckily, I'm Death, though, and I have an obscene amount of healing before that's going to happen. First one is Festering Feast on the Vengorian Lord. I pick a non-hero monster that's killed an enemy unit, destroyed an enemy unit this turn in the combat phase. It just has to destroy an enemy unit. It doesn't have to be like any phase locked. But yeah, the Terrorgeist is feasting on the remains of the Demon Prince, and it just heals 6. Oh. It's just flat 6. 5 damage on him now, so he can weather the explosion a little bit better. It's also going to kill my Purple Sun, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. As far as I could tell, reading a little bit deeper, manifestations are not units unless the following are true, and it can be targeted by an enemy ability, but you cannot target with friendly abilities. And technically, the Maelstrom's a friendly ability, so it won't affect you. Essentially, your own Maelstroms do not affect your own endless spells when it explodes, is what that says. And when I said obscene amount of healing, that's actually irrelevant because my vampires aren't hurt, and my other things actually heal in the hero phase. So it's boom time.
Yeah.
Technically, Ben would also score his battle tactic first, but that's irrelevant for now. Okay, let's start with. I'll roll for your things. How about this? You roll for my things first, because that'll be a little bit more.
All right, we'll start with the Blood Knights back there.
Yeah, 2 up, they take that much mortal damage. 5 mortal damage. Woo, that's scary. So 4, but they have a ward save. It doesn't help. So this one's gonna get boom, explode, just atomized. Then 2 damage on that one. Roll for my vampire, please don't kill it. I love him. Oh, I gotta make it. He's only got 5 wounds. Oh, he takes 3. He takes 3. Oh, if I was. Oh no. Okay, never mind. I had a smart move I could do here because I also have an end of turn ability where I can pick vampires to heal. So I'm like, ooh, I triggered that heal first. I explode this, then trigger his heal, but they have to use a fight ability. I'm like, okay, I got excited ahead of myself. Here we go. 3 damage. The skeletons.
Oh boy.
Here's the
4.
Okay, you're doing pretty good rolls here. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Wards, I lose 4 skeletons. The idea here is that being Death, I can kind of withstand the damage a little bit better than the other army can. Hopefully. Then the Terrorgeist is the last one of my units within range. 3? That's not bad. Ward? Oh, he takes 1. Back to 6 damage taken. Now we're going to roll for yours. We're going to start with those Marauders. They have oracular vision. They technically see this coming.
No.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah, they dodged out of the way.
This guy here suffers 2 mortal damage.
Okay.
That's not bad. He has no ward, eh?
Nope.
All right. And then the last thing are the Ogoroids in the back who take... I'll reroll that. Who take 1. Oh, nothing. There we are.
Is that everything?
That was it. And then it gets banished. It only affected me, really. 1 more end of turn ability. The Skeletons have a rule called Skeletal Legions. They get D3 models back at the end of every player turn. 2. Gonna boop and boop. Get them both back. That is the end there. Ben does score 4 points for his battle tactic by taking the flanks, but that is unfortunately it. There's a lot of action in that first battle round, like an insane amount of action.
Yep.
We're going to roll off now to see who goes next in the second battle round. I win ties. I got a 4. Okay,
5.
balls in your court.
No, I'm taking it.
Oh, you're just gonna...
I have to. I have to.
You can't take a battle tactic.
I'm gonna have nothing left if I don't do it.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. So it will be Warriors of Chaos turn 2 now. Yes, that's correct. And so the score update, well, I didn't update this, we're on turn 2. And 5 command points for Ben because he's the underdog. And I'm at 10 to his 4. No battle tactic because you stole the initiative from me.
Yeah.
So we get to go do all your hero phase stuff. We use the rally command on the Ogreoid Myrmidon?
Yep.
Therodon, the character. He gets to heal 3 wounds. Not bad. He's back down to 2 suffered. Move on to the Sorcerer Lord back here with Oracular Vision. It does work. Right onto the Warriors. I'm going to have a 5 aboard save. Trying to manifest the Quicksilver Swords. I will try to unbind this roll with my Vengorian Lord. Specific. Oh, you got the swords. I conjure those swords right here. 9 away from me. It's like it seems like the standard for predatory spells where they have to be more than 9 away from the enemy. Then I'm going to try and banish Manifestation on the Sun. This will just kill it if it works. 1 off. Needs a 7 for banishment. It's going to be it for Ben's hero phase abilities. I am going to use Deathly Invocation on one of my characters. And you get to only target skeletons and zombies, kind of like you did before. The only hurt skeleton unit is this one. So I'm going to pick this hero, this Vampire Lord. And I get to pick 3 different relevant units, only 1 in this case. We're going to bring back 3. They either heal 3 wounds. So I guess if you pick like a White Lord, they get to heal 3. But otherwise they bring back models equal to that like characteristic, in this case 3. That guy back. We're just going to keep... pile up just a few more bodies here. Should note that Ben's Wizard is too far away from my Amulet of Screams, which is that you take mortal damage whenever you cast spells.
Oh, okay.
He's about 20 inches away. Shackles do happen every hero phase, but there's only 2 relevant targets within 3. This one doesn't have any targets. So I'll pick both the Ogre units, the character and not the character. I can reduce their movement characteristic, or what's their movement characteristic in general on the Ogreids in the back? Reduce it by 3, but it won't screw up with their charge roll. I'm going to try and do damage. So the character out front takes 2 mortal damage, and the Ogreids in the back also take 2 mortal damage. And then I could cast a spell. Use Magical Interference again. I tried to unbind with the Vengorian Lord, because you only get +1 to cast with your Vampire Wizards not in combat. So we're going to use this Vampire Lord down here. We're going to try and summon the Maelstrom again. But I guess you could just charge it and kill it. Well... kinda, I suppose. We're going to cast it with a -1, but a +1. We got it with a 9. Ooh, 1 little rules error that I just caught now. And it didn't actually impact the game, luckily, but I was misunderstanding how Wizard and Priest power levels worked. I thought it was, say you're a Wizard level 1, I thought you could only do 1 cast of a spell or one unbind of a spell per phase. It's actually 1 cast or banish per phase. So you casting... what'd you cast earlier?
I cast
the swords. So casting the swords and attempting to banish, that would require Wizard level 2. In this case, Ben was only Wizard level 1. He failed. He cast the spell first and subsequently failed to banish. So luckily nothing changed there. And on the previous turn when you banished this, you failed to cast the spell. So funny enough, it worked out.
Yeah.
Now, what I misunderstood is I thought you couldn't unbind in the same turn you cast, but you can do as many unbinds as your wizard level. So he can only ever unbind 1 a phase, but that's separate from casting spells and banishing spells.
It doesn't use his wizard. It doesn't use up his power to unbind.
But he can. But he can only do 1 unbind because he's wizard 1. If he was wizard 2, he could unbind, but he could also cast 2 spells at the same time.
Yeah.
Long story short, everything's still good, and you can unbind this spell.
Okay, I attempt to.
Attempt to.
Nope,
I got a 9.
failed.
Yeah. So I'll get the Maelstrom up now. Realizing this is probably not the most effective spell because it's a predatory one, so it does have to be more than 9 away from Ben's forces. So I have to be more than 9 away from the Furies and the Marauders. But luckily, it's still like I can still sap energy from the skeletons and move it up next turn. So this still technically works because I want to threaten this objective on my turn when I assume you want to score it because it's victory points. It's the only way you can get victory points this turn. So I can send the bomb after things there later after I charge with like my Blood Knights or something. Gets 1 point when it's summoned, but those skeletons should quickly accumulate points for it because it's still within 12 of like the front rank of the skeletons. It goes up to those 2 skeletons there still. Marauders out of range of it though. My last hero phase, we're on to the movement phase. Here comes some Chaos Warriors, and I'm sure more things as well. Also leaves me with 3 command points. So, Warriors coming up, Sorcerer following behind them, Furies coming into flank, and here come the Ogreids. We're just gonna scrap in the middle for a bit. And And then we move on to the other flank, the Marauders. They push through the Gravetide. They see a literal other Gravetide, and they're like, whatever, let's do it again.
1 inch.
Oh, they only got a 1 inch run?
Yeah.
That's fair. These guys no longer ran. They're free to move.
Yeah.
The one thing I hate the most about you getting the doubles, I actually don't mind you taking priority here because it gives me a lot of control over victory points, but you being able to bully these guys,
Yep.
not the most ideal. I could redeploy them, but it's only a D6 roll. And that'll be it for your movement. I'm just debating if these bats can survive this or not. They're weirdly thick now. They have 3 wounds each. I only have 3 command points because I cast a spell on Ben's turn over there. So I'm going to do a hypothetical redeploy because I love doing that. 2? Okay, well, whatever. I'm happy I saved the CP. They're dead. Or they'll live. On to your 1 shooting attack. The Ogreroid character is going to throw his javelin into the Terrorgeist.
Misses.
He misses. Goes through the bones. I don't want to do my Death Shriek. It's a cool attack, but I'm not going to use a command point on it. And your charges, where would you like to begin?
Well, charge with the Ogreroids. First, the Myrmidon.
Myrmidon.
6, that's fine.
Welcome to the
He's
fight.
going to go in here.
And then the Companions.
The Companions are going 9.
That's a fancy roll. I'm going to charge in there. Clearly, you have intent to try and kill my general and his companion, my Pokemon.
Yep.
Chaos Warriors declaring a charge. Yeah, 5. No need to use a command point. They make it. They land about a 1/4 inch away on that. As long as one model makes it in, we're fighting. Those Marauders are just the Warriors of Chaos, just pushing them up behind with the shields. Get in there, get on the
You're not allowed to fall back. Where do you think you're going, buddy?
Enemies to the front, enemies behind.
I got you for 2 minutes.
Oh, my poor skeleton. And then the Knights charging into my Fellbats. A 3. Okay, screw me for not redeploying because it would have worked. Well, I mean, you could have re-rolled yours as well.
Yeah.
But it means I keep a command point and you keep a command point is all that really amounted to. Because I'm just going to assume you would have re-rolled successfully because it would have been a 5-inch charge. Thank you for the hypothetical. I'm making it into the Fellbats. They ran, so no charging on them.
Yep.
Do you have any other charge abilities you need to do, such as impact hits or anything of the like? No other charge abilities for Ben's side, as far as you can tell. Like things like the Slaughter Brute have that, but he didn't charge. I am going to declare a counter charge with my Blood Knights for 2 of my command points. I'll have 1 left. And, they flub it. You can use Forward to Victory, though, because counter charge lets you use the charge ability as if for your turn, and Forward to Victory is you use the charge ability, and you failed. 5 is not much better. I'll take it. It's going to hit the Slaughter Brute. I'll get in combat with him. I wanted to assist on that side, but you can't always get what you want. I'll definitely take the 5 to the Slaughter Brute. Okay, not bad. That's my charge ability. Now we have to do all those fight phase abilities.
Yep, got a few of those.
All right, no fancy combat abilities. I have the Terrorgeist and the... Oh, wait, no, they have a charge rule. I apologize, I have to resolve. Oh, never mind, they don't. That was a confusing one. Trample to Dust only works if you pass over a unit. They have another passive movement ability that lets them move through units when they move. So like infantry, though, but not monsters. So we're good. Right to your first pick for combat.
Okay, so I'm going to activate his once per game ability to fight twice, but the second time he fights is fight last.
Gotcha.
They are going to activate their once per game ability to give them +1 damage. And he is going to activate them right after he activates and give them +1 to hit.
That's like a character fighting with
Yeah.
the gotcha.
Yeah.
Bunch of nasty nonsense. Now, the bad thing is, with my Forward to Victory, I don't have any command points left to all-out defense here. So my Vengorian Lord is in a precarious spot, but the Terrorgeist is also in a bad way. So you get to pick your first fight ability. Who are you thinking? Oh, probably the Theridon, like the Myrmidon, actually.
The Myrmidon.
Yeah. The Myrmidon's gonna attack. His attack characteristic is reduced by 1, but is he Khorne?
No, he's everybody's Nurgle.
Everyone else is Nurgle.
The only Khorne I have is the big guy.
Slaughter Brute.
Yeah. So this is with him I'm going to all-out attack.
Oh, nasty.
So it's gonna be 7 attacks.
He's gonna try and take out the Vengorian Lord. He does reduce your Rend by 1, so it'll be Rend.
Effectively 1.
Effectively 1, gotcha.
So hitting on 2s.
Scary.
Okay, 1 miss.
Not bad. Crits on anything?
Nope. And 2s.
Yep. He's a thick, strong fighter. I almost got him.
No!
4 wounds at Ren 1. I have a 4 up. The Vengorian Lord's not a very justified. This thing used to have a 3-up save and reduce saves by 1 and all that. Now he's got a 4-up save. So these are 5-ups. I do make 2 of them.
That's only 6 damage.
6 damage. Is that all of his attacks?
That's all of his attacks.
We got the ward. We take 5. That is 6. He's got 5 wounds. He took 5 damage. He's got 6 wounds left. And are the Therodons all going to attack him as well?
Yeah, they're going to, yeah.
-1 attack each, but what's this once per game they're juicing up?
They get +1 damage.
Ooh. 10 attacks after everything is said and done.
Is everything within range? Oh, yeah, because he's not 3 inches.
Correct, yeah. They're all in combat of the Vengorian Lord. 3s to hit into the Vengorian Lord. Okay, good start. Only missing a few of them. 2s to wound. They're so scary right now. No rend, luckily, because of the miasma.
Okay.
They all wound, though. 7. All right, 4-up save. These are actually 3 damage attacks because the ability used. Oh, that's bad. He's dead. That's 5 ones. I grab that. I have to grab that. I have to do this twice. He's dead. There goes my general as well. Ooh, that was scary for me. All right, so we've lost our companion. The Terrorgeist is not happy about that. I am going to go with the Blood Knights to try and do some damage to the Slaughter Brew. So we're going to pile in just so we can get them all in combat. 4 of them are going to be able to fight. 1 of them is going to lag behind. It's going to be 3 attacks each. The champion out front is going to have a 4th attack. And they are vampires who charge. They get +1 to wound with this formation. So 3s to hit. Not a bad start at all. This is all into the Slaughter Brew. Did you want all-out defensive before I do these wound rolls? No. Okay. 2s to wound. Only 2 fails. What was the champion's 2nd attack? 8 wounds at -1. They have rend 2 against infantry, but not in this case. 5-ups. Not bad. You make 4 of them. That's 8 damage, though, because they do get +1 damage on the charge.
He has... Nope. He had 7 left.
He dies. He gets skewered. I had some horror.
He does not have a ward save.
Yeah. He has brought low both of our monsters. Could not survive a 2nd round of combat. I had a few nightmare attacks as well, but they're not really much to speak of.
Yep.
All right, we're going to move on to Ben's pick. The Marauders are going to fight my Skeleton Warriors.
4s.
Ooh, only 3 hits. No, 2 hits.
Yep.
3s to wound. 1 wounding hit. No rend. We have a 5-up save on a skeleton, accompanied by a ward. 1 dead. 1 goes down. It's my pick. We're just going to go ahead and fight with these skeletons here, and I'm going to try and beat up some of those Chaos Marauders because I don't want to give up control of this objective. It is close with, like, your double banner on it. Stacking banners on objectives and getting extra models on there, absolutely. We have 2 more attacks. You thought that this Marauder was my skeleton, which I absolutely understand.
Hit.
No, nothing there. Okay, so I got my 14 skeletons attacking back for 29 attacks. 4s to hit. 4s to wound. So far, 5. And then all of this -1. Their ancient weapons are deadly. And 2 more.
7.
5-up save on them?
5-up save on them.
Oh, that's pretty good.
3 failed, and they do not have a ward.
I'll destroy 3. Are you going to keep the banner?
Oh, heck yeah.
Extra control. I like it. The drummer dies. We're left with a champion and a banner bearer on the objective. And then we're on to this side of the board. The fight with the bats. A little transparency. We were misunderstanding a rule on the other side of the board. Ben should have totally attacked with the knights into the bats first, but I figured I'd just attack with the skeletons to equal it out. Yeah, because the bats are nasty. They're 2 damage each now, with quite a bit of attacks too. Or
2 damage.
I wonder, actually. They're only 3 attacks each now. I feel like they used to be 6 attacks each at 1 damage, so they're effectively the same. Because it was like 3 2 damage attacks or 4.
They spike lower now? I don't know. 3s and 3s.
3s to wound. Chaos Knights of Nurgle. You're gonna burn right through my armor, and that's 10 damage so far. You might as well do the horse attack. Horsies!
5s.
I can actually remember horse attacks better in Sigmar than the old world every time. 1 more?
Yep.
That one I actually get an armor save against. Yeah! Nope. Another 3 wounds each, with a 6-up
You
horse.
make 3 of these.
Yeah! Ah, that is 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead bats. Okay, we're gonna go to my only other real pick is the Terrorgeist. I've got to gulp up that Myrmidon. He's got 3 damage. He's got a little bit more damage than that on him, I think.
I think he's at 5.
Yes, those 3 damage earlier from nothing.
Yeah.
Got him at 4 wounds or 4 damage on him. How much health does he have?
He's got 8.
4 wounds left. Let's hit him with that Fanged Maw. Takes 12 mortal wounds. You just I rolled 2. I also consume him and throw him to the dust. Just put everything into him just in case. Like the ogre rays here are fine, but he is not. Now I can't heal anymore because you destroyed my Vengorian Lord, and the Vengorian Lord's the reason that guy was healing.
Game.
Yeah, that's it for my pick. You get to go with the Chaos Warriors over here. All getting into the fight. They get an extra attack with their rune-etched weapons if they're fighting over an objective. If they're contesting an objective they already control. It's a little opposite of what they used to do. They desperately, or deadly protect objectives consecrated in the name of the Chaos Gods. Here come all their attacks. 3s to hit. Oh, well, you always get another chance. You do have crit auto wound, so that's 1 wound in the pool. And 4 in total. That was the first half of their attacks. My poor skeletons. But at least this will charge up the Maelstrom. Well, hopefully.
Oh, it should be fully charged after this.
That's 1 auto wound in there as well.
Oh, yeah,
that's
right.
And so that's a 5th wound. Plus 3 more. They do have a random 1. So I have a 6-up save with my poorly rusted armor, I guess. And I am a skeleton. Nice. You do destroy 6, which will bring this up to 6. Come on.
It's just full.
It's ready.
Are you ready?
Are you ready
for bone saw? I guess you are sawing up some bones over here. Or I am sawing up bones.
I probably should pull my models. There you go. I think you got control of this objective. You probably have control of this objective now. Oh, I do get to bring some of them back at the end of the turn. There's always that. Yeah. I gotta see what the order that happens in, though. You may have wrestled control of the space rocks from me. I accept this. I think we're done. That's it. Combat, right?
Yeah.
Cleaned it up. Not bad. Well done. Let's do end of turn nonsense. Just double checking end of turn things. I keep forgetting, but it's active player does their end of turn abilities, opponent does their end of turn abilities like normal, then you check for control of objectives, and then you score victory points. So I don't think you have any end of turn abilities. I have these vampires did damage, they could heal, but no damage on them. They have to do damage to heal. I get to bring back D3 skeleton warriors. We're gonna get back 1. And then even if I got 3 back, you'd still have control of the objective. I could pop this. I'm not going to pop this. We are gonna have a skeleton join back into the fray over here. Oh, you know what? You bring up a good point there, Ben. I get to pick and fight with this. I could choose this as a core fight ability because as an attack characteristic, ominously hovering towards the enemy. Actually, I'm going to stay where I was because I want to go over that way with him later, but I'll still fight from there.
Yep.
Attacks with transmuting rays. He has 2 D6 attacks. Should have said that beforehand so I don't confuse people. He hits on 3s, but critical hits are mortal wounds. We're attacking the Therodons there. They take 2 mortal damage, and then these miss, and 3s to wound. 1 wound, it is effectively Ren 2 because of his aura. So 1 damage at -2, but I think they're only a 5-up.
4-up.
Oh, 1 6-up save then. Oh,
Yay!
nice. So you already applied the 2. Are they 5 wounds? Oh yeah, they're like 5 or 6 wounds each.
5 wounds each.
Yep. So
now,
still
1 alive
kicking.
on 1 wound.
And then we do end of turn stuff. I bring him back. I have no other healing to do. We check for control. It is now Chaoses. All those Chaos Warriors are going to have an extra, what's it called? Thing. Attack for later. And then you get your 6 victory points for controlling that. And we're done. Finish the top half of the second turn. We're going to go to my turn. Ben has now tied me on victory points, but I have to wrestle control of that objective back. And he did make one of my battle tactics quite a bit harder. And to note, Ben does still have 3 command points. I used up all 4 of mine. I cast a spell on his turn, I countercharged, and I had to re-roll it.
Yep.
Battle tactic for my turn. I'm going to go with one of the 2 death-specific ones, marked for the grave. We're going to get vengeance for our Vengorian Lord. We're going to target the Ogreate Therodons.
Haven't you killed enough?
No. There's never enough death.
Oh, no.
So I have to pick a unit, and a non-hero enemy unit that hasn't had any models slain.
Oh.
They're thick. They got a lot of damage on them, but they're not slain. None of them are slain. That was a 3-man unit at the start. So if I destroy it at the end of this turn, I complete my battle tactic. Also have to focus on getting control of this objective back. And then we'll see where the other space rocks land. We got lots of hero phase abilities to resolve here. We're going to start with Deathly Invocation from this vampire. We're going to bring back 3 of our skeletons. I'm going to bring them back just over here on this side of the battle.
Beginning of turn?
Yep.
He's going to make it so that if that wizard casts any spells, they take D3 mortal wounds.
That's super fair. That's a once per game Destiny Infernal
Once per
Puppet.
game.
I'm probably not going to cast any spells on him now. 2 things to note: the Infernal Puppet does require visibility to the target. He is wholly in obscuring terrain, except obscuring terrain only prevents shooting abilities, not like this. And he can see him through the gap in the walls there, the archway. So yeah, I'm not going to cast any spells on him. But that's not bad. It just, says the wizard can't cast spells. He's kind of hurt already. I'm going to activate the shackles. We're going to target the Theridons and hopefully roll a 3 up. Ooh, that's 2. We bring 1 back to the Nadir. Got him there. So but that's only 2 damage. That actually fully kills him because there's 6 wounds each. And then I have to
5 wounds each.
Oh, there's a damage stone. All right, so I have to get through 9 more damage, 9 more health. Then we have only 1 wizard I'm willing to cast with this turn, actually, because I don't want to risk... If he takes 2 damage, he's dead. And then the puppet is automatic D3 mortal damage. Though, Ben points out a good point here. I can still use banish abilities on this wizard instead of casting a spell. We're going to try and banish the swords. Hoo-yah! I roll a 7. It is banished on a 7+, so the swords get dispelled. And the puppet only does damage when you use spell abilities. This is just a banish ability. Let's continue with our wizard over here. I think we're gonna, as much as the other buffs I could do, like reduce their damage potential and heal my wizard, but I'm gonna hopefully just one-shot them with Blood Knights. So we're just gonna cast the Suffocating Gravetide here, and we get +1 because we're not in combat. We roll a 13, and you could unbind it.
Am I within 30?
Oh, actually, you can't unbind it, I guess. There's no, you had to roll a 14 to unbind it.
Yeah.
And you're in 30.
Okay.
But
yeah.
you have to roll a 14, though.
Yeah, which isn't happening.
We're going to put the Gravetide right here. Go more than 9 away, holier than 12 with the wizard. I might think that is the end of my hero phase. Would you like to interrupt with anything? Not going to use a command point to interrupt with magical capabilities over there, so I'm just going to go to my movement phase. We're just summarizing. We're going to move the Blood Knights up. Fellbat's going to deal with the Furies a little bit. We're going to get our Vampire Lord coming up. Well, like I said, bats, and we're all surging up here. We're going to keep our skeletons in combat because we want the control on the objective. The Maelstrom can't really move anywhere because he's going to... I mean, it could move to here, I guess. It's going to go fight the Furies this turn as well. I probably will just be holding this as a bomb for later in the game for this objective. We're then going to move our Blood Knights up and around to assist
3 inches out.
Yeah, just to assist the Terrorgeist on that side. And then our Skeletons are just going to form up to fight the Marauders here. And then we're going to have the Vampire follow up behind them. Blood Knights there, keeping the Terrorgeist in combat. That's it for my moves, if you would like to redeploy anything. No redeploys. I assumed you would have liked them to come in this way to push up a little bit. Maybe not. Well, the Suffocating Gravetide, definitely not. I'm afraid of their countercharging my Skeletons, but I guess we don't really need to fight. My guys are just Skeletons after all. We'll see, we'll see. I have 1 shooting attack. He's got his Death Shriek shoots in combat. 1 attack that actually works on a 4. It works. Wounds on a 2 normally. Oh, is it Nurgle? Is Nurgle's melee weapons only, I believe?
Oh, it's combat?
Combat attacks only. Oh, which would be relevant. Double check that. It's combat attack, combat abilities only. It does wound on a 2. It's Ren 2 normally, but I believe this reduces your save to 3. That's all the time -1, so it's going to do D6 damage. 3 damage for the Scream, 4 damage on the unit. You don't have any shooting abilities and go right to charging for me. We're going to go ahead and charge with the Blood Knights. They're going to go 8 inches.
They don't have impact hits, right? They have the move over? Oh.
It's when they move over during any type of move, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I essentially, it feels weird because they're huge, but they are still infantry.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta move this up. Actually, I get them out of the way just to get my hand in there. So we're going to do the Trample Through ability now. Roll a D3 for the damage. It does 2 damage.
Well, that wipes out a guy, puts a wound on the unit.
I assume you just want to keep the banner.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, keep the banner guy
Doesn't really
going.
matter. The champion's dead, so.
And then I believe I'll declare a charge with the Vampire there. The Vampire Lord. He goes 9. We just want to fight right here. Still a little suspicious, but it is what it is. Blood Knights for sure would like to charge as well. Actually, I'll do the Maelstrom first. Maelstrom is going to declare a charge, and so will the Fellbats. All right. Fancy 9 on that charge, so we're going to have him be ominous over there. And then the Fellbats are just going to... Then we'll do the Blood Knights. I'm going to go 8 inches. Charging in there. I don't like to do the up and over thing too much. I like to run through things. So I'm not even too confident if that rule works that way super well. I think it does. That's the intent of it, but we're good landing there. And I don't think I actually want to charge over here too much. I'd rather just stay back a bit. I will declare a charge with the Gravetide. No. I'm not going to declare a charge, but Ben will declare a counter charge. You'll have 1 command point left. Oh, yeah. Welcome. Charging in. It will bring the Vampire into combat, but that's okay. Oh, we have to do fight phase abilities. No generic fight phase abilities to do, so we're going to go to actual fighting. I'm going to start with these Blood Knights over here. I don't have any command points to help them out. I'm going to have 3 of them attack the Chaos Warriors, and 1 is going to attack the Furies, because I'm too far away from the Chaos Warriors to attack there. Would you like to all-out defense? They run 2 against infantry.
Yeah, all-out defense.
Do the 1 Blood Knight into the Furies first. We have 2 hits. Do they wound on 2s? Oh, they charge the Vampires. They do. Yep. So 2 wounds so far into the Furies. What kind of save do the Furies have?
None.
All right. That's 4 damage so far. I'm going to get the horse out of the way. Both miss. We'll finish off 4. They just 1 wound each?
Yep.
Oh, they are soft. But they're there for objectives.
Yep.
Yep. And blocking, actually. Quite good at blocking. And when they activate, they can fly away.
Yep.
And the other attacks into the Warriors of Chaos. Let's see if I can get lucky and hit them. The hitting part is the hard part. Got 5 hits and 2s. 5 wounds. Ooh, 3s, because you're Nurgle.
Oh, that's right.
There you go. So 4 wounds, Rend 2. Effectively, well, you're 3 up save base?
Yep.
So 4 up saves then.
So 4?
Only 4 of them.
Only 4?
Okay, good. The all-out defense
Matters
save.
for 1.
That's 2 damage so far. The hooves. 5s to hit. Oh, nice. Lots of hits. 5s to wound because of Nurgle. Hey,
Oh, they don't get the companion bonuses.
It's not another friendly unit giving to them, so I think they would get the +1 to wound, but
Okay.
I didn't roll 4s. I wasn't too sure. I was hoping I didn't roll 4s.
2 ups.
Yeah, just a straight 2 up save. Oh, eat that. 3 damage in total, but they have oracular vision.
4.
Okay, so
doesn't
it's
matter. So
damage on the unit and 1 model goes down. Not bad, though. Chaos Warriors showing their durability.
Where do I put?
I'm going to fight with these Chaos Warriors. I'm going to choose the Vampire Lord to pile into. They just have to make sure to keep the Blood Knights in combat, but that won't be too hard at all with the Chaos Warriors way over there. You're going to try and take out my Vampire here, eh? You are leaving the objective with some of those guys. We got 5 of them on the side there within 3 of the Vampire.
The champion's going to be fighting the skeletons.
Yeah, the champion's over there with the banner, which are going to be fighting skeletons. Absolutely. It's going to be 15 attacks because they're fighting on an objective that they currently contest and control. Auto wounds on 6s, 4. Nasty. A 5, 6 even. And then just like
just 5.
3. Oh, it's just 5. Sorry, yeah. Lots of
misses though.
Yeah. 3 hits into 2 more wounds.
So
7 wounding hits. I probably sacrificed my Vampire for this, but with Rend 1, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. These all fail. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made so many saves. I have to make quite a bit of wards. I make 1. I do take 2 damage and die. 2 overkill. It's an expensive piece to sacrifice, but I wanted to save my skeletons a little bit if I could. All right, then the other 3 attacks, should be 10 attacks into the skeletons.
Should be 12, because it should be...
Oh, there's a 4th one.
5 guys attack
No,
here.
you're good, you're
1,
good.
2, 3, 4, yeah.
There'll be 13 attacks.
13, yeah, including the champion.
3s to hit. Ooh, 6s wound. 2 of them. 4 more. 6 up. Ooh, fail 1. Oh, sorry, fail 5. Ward none. 5 go down. Ooh, okay. This plan is not working. Though Blood Knights did not do as much as I needed them to there. I will probably be not taking control of this objective again. All right, so I am going to be in control of this objective, actually. So I got the 3 Blood Knights plus the banner for 4.
As long as my Marauders don't kill any skeletons.
My skeletons could go right. I get D3 skeletons back at the end of this turn. I'm going to try and kill those Marauders to make sure nothing weird happens here. Well, I'm not going to make sure I kill the Marauders. I'm going to try to kill the Marauders with my skeletons. So I got 6. I'm going to put all the 7 skeleton attacks into the Marauders. 4s to hit. They do have 2 attacks each. No critical modifiers. That was a miss. That was a hit. And 4s. That is 5 saves. They don't get the mark of Nurgle.
5 ups.
I got him.
They didn't see it coming.
Join the ranks of the dead. Brr. And we're thinking the next pick for Ben's over here. The Furies have, when they activate to fight, they have an ability on a 3-up. They can retreat.
Nope.
But they still fight. They
still fight.
Yeah. All right, they're going to attack the bats on 4s with 3 attacks each. Any crits or anything like that? 4s to wound with a rend.
Nope.
6s. Ward. 2 damage on a bat. 2 damage on a bat. They don't really heal or anything. I don't really think the middle's too much of a threat, so we're going to go ahead and just try to fight with our Vampire Lord over here into the Chaos Warriors to try to kill one of them or 2 of them if I'm lucky. 5 attacks with her Cursed Blades, hitting on 3s. Aw, no crits. Crits are 2 hits. And normally 3s to wound, but down to 4s. She doesn't get the +1 because she did not charge this turn. Ah, Nurgle protects you not. 2 at Rend 1 though.
4 ups. Kill both.
4 damage.
Okay, 2 guys.
Takes out 2 Warriors of Chaos. That's a good feat. The Ogreoid, just really sitting there until the end.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got to use him.
I felt like he wasn't going to do much, and everything else was really important. 4 attacks into the Blood Knights.
4s.
Yep.
2s.
That's a wound though. Rend of
1.
2? Rend of 1? I think they have a 3-up base. That's why neither one of us really worried about that guy too much. He obviously had a lot of damage potential, but not enough for him to get out of this situation, I think. My best bet here is to fight with skeletons. And we're piling in, just getting off the movement trays there and avoiding the Marauders. I don't really want to pull them in if I can avoid it. It'd be 41 attacks. They're all in combat. All right, Warriors go down. Maybe this is the first half. We're hitting on 4. Look at that cluster of miss. It's so easy to clean up. And 5's doing because of Nurgle, so we're at 2 so far. 4s. More misses. And 5s. We do an additional 2. All right, 4 damage.
Ups.
Can I kill 1? Nope. 1 damage. See, that feels right. 20 skeletons dealing 1 damage to a Warrior Chaos. That's what I want to see. Attacking now with the Warriors of Chaos. Gonna pile up and around a wee bit. Spreading out a little bit, but they got lots of attacks. Well, there's
16?
17 because of the champion. 3's 2 hit. Bam. And 3s, so 2 wounds so far, plus 4. Let's go, Rusty Armor. All right, let's go, Ward. Lose 5. Lose the 5 from over here. Oh, I say we give the honors to the Terrorgeist again. Why not? It's always been working before. Oh, that was the Fang Maw attack.
-1 to wound.
Oh! Skeletal Claw attacks hitting the Ogreoid on 4s. And 2s normally, but 3s. Oh, damn. Nurgle.
Papa Nurgle.
Well. Do you have any other attacks?
They still have to attack, right?
I have, yeah, so I got the Purple Sun,
Okay.
Blood Knights. I have these 2.
I think I'm out of attacks.
All right, we're gonna go with the Fell Bats attacking. Because I don't know if I can be cheeky with that. Maybe if I sneak it in because it charged, I could pile in. And then maybe attack.
Within 3.
Maybe within 3 and attack, yeah. Have that guy go there. And they're all gonna strike at these Furies. All right, here are the attacks from the Furies. Oh, these are pissed off bats, man. 2 misses, 2 wounds, no rend. 6 ups. Oh, that's 4 damage. We got him. Got the Furies. Go. Holy crap, these things are Deadwalkers. It isn't relevant at all, but good to know. You can get a unit 2 of them back from 3, or you can target them and invocate. And I think that's new. They were not Deadwalkers before. I'll just keep on going. We can pick this thing to fight because it charges turn. It's gonna go right there. And it's going to attack the Chaos Warriors. It's just hard to do with one hand. Pile in there. We're going to be within 3 of the champion. Lashing Tendrils. 2d6 attacks. Not super good at fighting armored infantry, but whatever. It's attacks I have. 2s to hit. Crits are 2 hits. Oh, hey, look at that. 3 more hits. 3s to wound normally, but Nurgle. So 4s. 3 wounds, no rend. 3 up saves, and you have Oracular Vision. So 1/5 upward.
Nope.
We're good. Yep. 1 damage. Oh, they're damaged. Eat that, warrior. Bop. Then we're going to try and finish off this Ogreoid here. Let's do it with the Purple Sun. Purple Sun's fun. 2d6 attacks. 8 of them. 3s to hit. That's a mortal wound. Crit for mortals. And 4s to wound. That's 3 wounds. Effectively rend 2. So you have 3 6-up saves.
Okay.
And if you make one of these, you live. If not, you get
No, he's got 5 wounds.
But I did a mortal wound as well, so that'd be 3 fails plus the mortal damage plus the wound he has on him.
Yeah.
He gets turned to Amethyst. Falls over.
You gotta heal your guys.
Yeah, that will end the turn. I got a bunch of end of turn things to do, so with that in mind, I gotta pick a vampire unit that used a fight ability this turn, and if it destroyed it heals D3 or 2D3 if it destroyed anything, so this vampire unit, the Blood Knights are gonna heal the 2 damage allocated to them, because 2D3 is gonna be 2.
They wiped out.
Sorry, my bad. I thought it was kill an enemy unit. They have to kill a model. They have to destroy the unit, so they only heal D3. Okay, I'll put a damage back.
Yeah, that's right.
Bam! These skeletons are going to resurrect D3 of their fallen warriors, and those skeletons will as well. 1 and 3. Put the 1 guy there. The 3 absolutely where it mattered on this side. I already had control of the objective because I beat the crap out of those marauders, but I want to stake a strong... let me tell you, it didn't feel good sacrificing that vampire for this. But the victory points are important. I'm not going to explode the Maelstrom. That sounds like a bad idea. I'll score 6 points for this objective because I hold it for 3 and I have more than Ben does. And then we do complete our battle tactic. We sent them to the grave.
Yeah, you did.
It's another 10-point turn for the vampire. Soulblight Gravelords. I've been playing a lot of Old World. So it's looking grim for the Slaves to Darkness. I was able to get 2 10-point turns, whereas they are currently at 10 in total after the second turn. That is because of stealing the initiative, but it gave you potential to get back in the game by hitting me where it hurts and losing my poor Vengorian Lord. Now, we have to roll off to see who gets priority for this next turn, and then that person drops some space rocks.
Yep.
Boom.
6, 2. Luka, are you going to keep priority? No.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're going to take priority.
I think realistically, I just take priority back.
Yep.
And I just sacrifice the battle tactic. I want to see where the space rocks land, though. I want to see what's going on there.
Okay. So you decide where?
I decide, yeah. We're going to roll for this one first on this side. 2d6, low roll to the left, high roll to the right. 5, that's around here. It actually hits. Boom, right here on the street. It smokes my grave tide, and it hits the train. So the train becomes an impact site. Boom, it just crashes on this piece of terrain. This is the impact site. So it's littered with space rocks. And then why don't you go ahead and inflict D6 mortal damage on my suffocating grave tide. Any unit partially
got 8 wounds, but there's 4.
I'm going to roll my wards, I suppose. He'll take 3 damage. How would I deal with your magic with space magic?
And raise you space magic.
Raise you space magic. I'm going to roll for this way. It's the same idea. Low, high. It's going to be, 9, which is, I think it's parallel with this one, going down that way. And just like our troll friend, well, I guess more like Gothmog from Return of the King, dodges it by a half an inch. And that's where it lands, and that's the control zone. But luckily, he's already controlling it. It doesn't actually do an impact site on that. It has to, this is the actual objective marker, has to land on the terrain. Oh, we just really wanted to see that part kind of play out. Realistically, the rest of my turn isn't super exciting. The Blood Knights know where the objective is. They're going to hunt down the wizard.
Yeah, the Terrorgeist is freed up for the first time.
Yeah, the Terrorgeist can go assist this over here. To
do 18 mortal wounds over there.
Munch them up. I think it's just going to be a lot of cleanup at this point. I know it's only 2 battle rounds in, but I am 10 victory points ahead on the Soulblight side. Things went kind of poorly for the Slaves to Darkness right away.
We didn't bring enough magic.
Apparently, magic is crazy good.
We brought a knife to a gunfight.
But I know exactly what the post-game show is going to be all about. So if that is going to be for YouTube and our Vault members, we're going to be talking about manifestations.
Yeah, we are.
Post-game show. Thanks for tuning into this one here, folks. I know not a fully complete game, but I think you got the gist of this one.
Yeah, I think you can see what's going on. What do you think? We'll talk about it in the post game. Stick around for the post game.
Happy wargaming, everyone. Much more Sigmar to come. I am loving this stuff.
It's awesome.